Fellow citizens of time and space, September the 7th in history. Today's event from pre-modern history comes from 70 Anno Domini, when on this day an army of the Roman Emperor Titus took control of and plundered the city of Jerusalem in the First Jewish-Roman War. Rome had occupied the stretch of land now known as the contemporary states of Israel and Palestine, but then known as the province of Judea, since the year 63 before Christ. The people of Judea, called Jews, were known in Rome for their steadfast rejection of Roman polytheistic religion and their commitment to the worship of their monotheistic God. Jerusalem was the capital of this province, and the center of Jewish life. The Temple of Jerusalem was the place in which the Jewish people believed God's presence dwelled, and the site on which it stood is considered by the Jewish people to be the holiest site in the world to this day. The temple was over 500 years old at this time, and replaced an older temple on the same site which was built centuries before. In 66, a full-scale Jewish revolt erupted, leading to a brutal and protracted war. After a grueling and devastating siege, Roman forces breached the city walls on this day in the year 70. What followed was a brutal sack of Jerusalem, during which the city was plundered, and many of its inhabitants were killed, enslaved, or dispersed, and the temple was destroyed by the besieging Roman army. The Jewish people were left without a land of their own, and were dispersed throughout the known world, carrying their beliefs and practices with them and leading to the development of what is known today as Rabbinic Judaism. The conquest of Jerusalem solidified Roman dominance in the region and demonstrated the far-reaching military and political power of the Roman emperor. The fall of Jerusalem signified the end of Jewish sovereignty, and the Jewish people would be left stateless until the establishment of modern Israel in 1948 Anno Domini. Today's event in modern history, meaning for our purposes after the year 1500, comes from 1901. When on this day a treaty called the Boxer Protocol was signed in China which put an end to China's Boxer Rebellion. China was fragile and fragmented following a series of defeats in wars and unequal treaties with foreign powers. These powers, including Britain, France, Germany, Russia, and Japan, each controlled geographical segments of China which brought them monetary gain. At the same time, China's population faced widespread economic hardship, partly due to these colonial enterprises and partially because of China's rapidly growing population. In China's Shandong province, a populist secret society of sorts had formed, called the Society of Righteous and Harmonious Fists. The society practiced martial arts and traditional Chinese spirituality. The society's members were particularly proficient in hand-to-hand combat, which earned them the name of boxers by their Western foes. The boxers, in their combative competence, believed they were impervious both to bullets and foreign influence. The boxers aimed to purge foreign rulers and religions from China, viewing themselves as defenders of traditional Chinese culture against foreign imperialism, and they quickly gained popularity among China's discontented rural populations. In 1899, the boxers began to attack foreigners and Chinese Christians. In response, an eight-nation alliance initiated a series of coordinated assaults on the boxers with the goal of putting down their uprising. This alliance was composed of Japan, the United States, Britain, Russia, France, Italy, Germany, and Austria-Hungary. In 1900, China's ruling Qing dynasty joined the fight in alliance with the boxers. The group of eight, however, were successful in their assault and captured China's capital, Beijing. In 1901, the Qing Emperor Guangxu agreed to cooperate with the foreign armies and condemned the boxers, ultimately signing the Boxer Protocol Treaty on this day in 1901. The treaty resulted in harsh penalties for China, including substantial war reparations forcibly paid to the foreign nations, the execution of officials involved in supporting the boxers, and the stationing of foreign troops in Beijing. The Qing government was shown to be unable to control or mitigate the severity of both domestic turmoil and foreign influence in China, leading to the fall of the dynasty in 1912 and subsequently the creation of the Republic of China. The boxers, though they were defeated by conventional means, were successful in igniting a flame of national identity and a desire for self-determination in China, leading to further revolutions and reformations of Chinese society in the coming decades, and the emergence of China as an organized and powerful global force. That was today, August 7th in history. I hope your day today is brilliant as we all move forwards by looking backwards.